Hey you guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Kayla Salenza. If you're not, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about 10 healthy habits that you can implement and should implement in your life for 2022 and honestly beyond 2022. Like, these should be lifestyle habits that you make into a routine. These are things that I have recently or I have implemented in my own routine and my health and fitness journey and continue to make a priority, and something that I really stress to my clients. We live in an absolute chaotic world nowadays, so implementing even the littlest habits will make a huge difference in the long run. You have to remember your health and fitness journey, and honestly just your mindset and your life in general, is a long game. It's not about the short game here. We are just gonna get right into these 10 habits because I just got back from the gym and your girl needs to shower. So number one is drink more water. This one is huge and I cannot stress it enough. I genuinely didn't realize how little water people actually drink until I started taking my online clients, which I have been doing for the past like 2.5 months. I have had clients come to me and they literally drink 3 cups of water a day, and that is just severely not enough. That is not even the bare minimum. So I put drinking more water number 1 on my list specifically for this reason, because we all need to prioritize drinking more water. You cannot drink any amount of water that would be bad for you. There's just not such a thing. So the general rule of thumb and kind of like a good starting point as to where you should be approximately drinking water is taking your own body weight and dividing that by 2. Whatever you get, that should be how much you drink in ounces of water. My best advice to you is go buy a big jug, hydro flask, hydro jug, anything like that. You can literally buy them on Amazon, Target, Walmart, anywhere, and get something that you can measure. So for example, I don't have anything on this, but I know this hydro flask is 32 ounces. Speaking of which, I need a sip. The second healthy habit that you should be implementing in your life is getting more steps and more movement. Now, we all know moving your body is super important, but one thing I think is very underrated is how much you walk or your step count. We live in a generation where everyone's like, I need to get 10K steps, and that is a really good thing, but I don't think people actually know why it's a good thing, and that's why I'm here to tell you. So things such as walking and your step count goes towards your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Your NEAT is calories that you burn that is pretty much everything outside of exercising. So these are things like walking, your steps. These are things like brushing your teeth, doing the dishes, doing your laundry, fixing your hair, like anything like that. Ideally, I think anywhere between like 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day is like super ideal and a really good point for just like the average person. And this is especially true for like very sedentary people. So if you work an office job or you sit at like a desk all day long, getting those steps in, you know, on your breaks, going out in the morning, just walking whenever you can. It honestly sounds crazy, but I even tell my clients, like, if at the end of the night you see that you haven't got all your steps, like literally pace up and down your hallway of your house or go up and down the stairs and get those steps, because they really mean a lot. And this kind of ties into number 3. I really think a good habit that everyone should implement is going for morning walks. I literally never used to do this until I got my dog Kobe. Now, because I have him, I kind of was like forced to go on morning walks, of course, because when we wake up, he hasn't gone to the washroom for like 8 or 10 hours. So he needs to go out to pee. So I've kind of forced myself because I need to go first thing in the morning. But I'm actually at a really good point right now where I don't feel forced to have to walk him. I actually enjoy doing it. I look forward to doing it and I want to do it. He heard the word W-A-L-K, so he came over here and now he's all nosy. I like walking first thing. It helps wake my body up. It just helps wake my mind up. I love going outside, getting fresh air first thing. It helps me clear my mind, think about my day, have like good intentions on my day. Going outside first thing and just letting the sun hit you, even if it's in the middle of winter, the sun technically is still out, and just getting that sunlight and the rays and everything, it's just good vibes. It gets you in a good spot, and it's just a really good habit to implement in your life. The 4th healthy habit I would like to talk about, and it kind of ties into what I just said about morning walks, but it's actually having like a morning routine for yourself. I really think this is a good habit to have just because like you wake up and you're like, okay, I have this to do today, which is a list of 100 things, and it's like, where do I start and what do I do first? And it's just having a morning routine is making you feel organized, you have your day organized, and you're just kind of starting on the right track. To some, it may not sound like a huge difference. Maybe some just like wake up, get out of bed, you know, they go on their couch and they start working from home and they're in their pajamas, and that's how they go on about their day. But I really find like if you wake up, you put on nice clothes, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, you go for a walk, you have your morning coffee or your morning greens or whatever it is, and just that routine gets you in a really good headspace for the day ahead. The fifth healthy habit I recommend implementing in your life this year is eating more protein and or prioritizing protein. Overall, everybody needs to eat protein in their diet, but especially if you're on a health and fitness journey, you want to build muscle, you want to lose weight, you want to tone up, any of these things, having a good adequate amount of protein in your diet is huge. Now you might be wondering like, how much protein should I be eating? That's where someone like me who's a health and fitness and nutrition online coach comes into place. I can give you all of these things because it does depend on quite an amount of variables, such as how much you weigh, your height, your weight, I said that already, your body fat percentage. There's just so many things, but a broad spectrum is 0.8 grams to 1 or 1.1 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Number 6 on the list is eating more fruits and vegetables. Now, if you are like me, you probably love fruits and vegetables, but you don't eat a lot of them. And the reason personally for me is I just don't gravitate towards them when I'm feeling hungry. When I'm feeling hungry, I kind of want something that's like a bigger type of meal. I feel like I can endlessly eat veggies and fruits and not really get full. So it doesn't feel like it's like satiating or like satisfying to me. That's probably the best way to describe it. You know, sometimes here and there I'll go like get carrots and tomatoes and I'll have that with dip and maybe even cucumbers, but again, it doesn't like keep me super full. So I'm like, I guess subconsciously I think to myself like, why would I eat it then? So it's not because I don't like fruits and veggies, but that's kind of the logic behind my thinking when it comes to it. So one thing that I implement is I try and get more fruits and veggies. I try adding a salad to my dinner or anything like that. But specifically, one thing that has really helped me is just drinking greens. So buying a greens supplement powder. I use Belief supplements. This is like in no way, shape, or form sponsored by them. I am not affiliated with them or anything. I just genuinely love this product so much. I drink the pineapple mango flavor and I probably have been for like a year or so highly recommend. Again, I think it's a really good disclaimer and thing to remind you is you don't need supplements in your diet and your routine, but supplements are there for the exact name. They're there to supplement things that you're missing. The seventh healthy habit that you should be implementing is getting more sleep or having a better sleep schedule. Just like walking and steps, like I mentioned earlier in this video, getting sleep is highly underrated just amongst the average person. Again, we live in a world and a generation where we want to go partying and play hours and endless hours, I should say, playing video games and all of these sorts of things, and we're not prioritizing sleep. Sleep is where our body recovers from the entire day, from the week, from our work, from our working out and exercising and all of the things that we're putting, you know, our body through. It needs to recover. That's why a lot of the time people get extremely burnt out, is because they're not sleeping enough and they're just not letting their bodies recover. Now, speaking about the average adult, you should be getting anywhere between 7 and 9 hours of sleep every single night. Now, other than knowing actually how much you sleep, because obviously you know what time you go to bed and what time you wake up, some other ways that you can kind of figure out if you need more sleep or better sleep is, you know, if you're forgetting things, if you're tired throughout the day, or maybe you like go sit on your couch and you fall asleep within 5 minutes. If you feel drowsy throughout the day, if you have a hard time getting out of bed, if you have mood swings or changes, all of these things are common signs that you're not getting enough sleep or you're not getting enough good sleep. Also, another huge indicator is if you have to rely extremely on caffeine The issue is not the caffeine. The issue is you need to address your sleep. The 8th healthy habit that I have for you is to practice stress management skills, mindset skills, and gratitude skills. All of these sorts of things kind of tie hand in hand, but practicing skills to promote these types of things will really go a long way in your health and fitness journey, as well as your life overall. Some examples of things that you can do is meditating for 5 minutes a day, you know, writing 3 things down you're thankful for or you're grateful for, or even getting the 5-minute journal. My fiance actually got me one for Christmas as per my request because I really wanted to try it out, and I have been using it ever since January 1st of this year. I have not missed a day, and honestly, I have absolutely loved it. The 9th healthy habit that I have for you is to set realistic, attainable goals for yourself. Now, at the beginning of the year, maybe you were that type of person, you were like, I want to lose 60 pounds this year. Well, that's amazing, and I'm proud of you, and I'm glad that you have these like high expectations for yourself. But a lot of times people actually set themselves up for failure, and I don't say that in a rude way. I'm just being very realistic. When you think about it, if you set a really high goal for yourself, that's the only goal that you really make for yourself. There's no process or little goals to get there. So for example, if you set the goal for yourself to lose 60 pounds this year, make that like a top goal, but maybe make smaller goals to get there. So say, you know, this month I'm gonna lose 3 to 5 pounds. And then when you lose 3 to 5 pounds, say to yourself, okay, now I'm gonna lose another 3 to 5 pounds. And you keep doing that and building upon that, and you're actually creating more of like an accomplishment on yourself, because you're getting all of these small goals and these small wins, and it's like, hey, I'm doing this and I feel good and I'm doing what I told myself I would do, instead of waiting months and months and months for that very unrealistic faraway goal. Again, I'm not saying don't make these like really big goals, because everybody should dream and have really big goals. I'm just saying make sure you implement smaller goals in your routine and your life as well, because when you think about it, these small goals end up leading you to that big goal. So why would you not like cheer yourself on and get all of these wins in that process to get there? My camera died, so I had to go charge it quickly. But last but not least, the 10th healthy habit you should implement is putting down your phone, and specifically social media. This is something that I told myself I would personally do, and I have been trying my best. Every day I'm trying to get a little bit better, but just putting my phone down for once or a couple of times a day, especially what I'm trying to do is not use my phone first thing when I wake up. I'm so used to having my phone plugged in beside my bed to charge throughout the night, and as soon as I open my eyes, I pick up my phone, I look to see what time it is, I look to see my notifications, check my messages and all of that. But I am really trying to like let myself actually wake up, get up, do my morning routine, walk Kobe, and then when I come back, you know, it's been 15, 20, 30 minutes, then I check my phone. I really find like when I'm on my phone for hours and like for a really long time, especially right before bed, I'll like develop like a little bit of a headache. And also I've noticed that when I use my phone directly like right before I go to sleep, I actually feel like I sleep worse. Like I kind of toss and turn a lot more. Now that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed these 10 healthy habits to implement in your life this year and just your health and fitness journey moving forward. Make sure to subscribe to me down below so you don't miss any of my videos. Give this one a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment or send me a DM on Instagram if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.